slogan months and months.
Live, getting results. This is News 6 at noon.
Right now at noon, big votes expected this week in the Florida House and Senate to prevent distracted driving. We are live in Tallahassee right now monitoring the progress. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bridget Ellison.
And I'm Justin Mormouth. And News 6 anchor Matt Austin has been pushing to get results against texting behind the wheel since 2016 when he was rear-ended at a red light and knocked unconscious by a driver who admitted to texting and driving. Now, over the next few days, both the full House and Senate are expected to vote on new laws. Both bills would make texting behind the wheel a primary offense. The Senate bill goes even further, mandating drivers to only use hands-free devices. Matt is in Tallahassee right now, and he will have live updates on the votes starting on News 6 at 4. You can also read updates and find out how to contact your lawmaker by heading to clickorlando.com/drivingchange. Also on the website, we have a special section dedicated to this effort to read more about Matt's journey to Tallahassee and the details behind the bill by, again, heading to clickorlando.com/drivingchange.
Breaking right now, smoke billows from all sides of a home, leaving a responding firefighter hurt. And we're told everyone made it out of that home.
News 6's Clay Lepard has been on scene all morning. He joins us now with the latest from fire officials.
Firefighters say there was no power to this home behind this fire truck, which is why they're looking at the possibility that arson might be behind this.
We're investigating for possible arson.
It's being called a total loss here on Hastings Street. Firefighters tell News 6 crews have been to this house before, which is technically abandoned with no power going to it. We've learned there were people living inside. They were able to make it out okay. There were also what firefighters call an illegally powered generator inside. It's not clear, though, if that played a part in what started this fire.
The occupant woke up, said that the house is already on fire. There were no working smoke detectors in the house. So if anything to take from this is please make sure that you get working smoke detectors.
The state fire marshal is expected to be out here to investigate and try to figure out what started all this. In Orla Vista, Clay Lepard, Getting Results, News 6.
Just into our newsroom, new video from a shooting outside a Circle K gas station in Bunnell. This was released by Flagler County deputies in an effort to get the suspect arrested. They say they're looking for the man in the black shirt there and white hat, which falls off in the video. Crime Stoppers is offering a reward up to $5,000 for information leading to an arrest.
Today, teachers are taking their fight for more money to the magistrate, who will then make the recommendation to the school board. And News 6's Mark Lehman is in Brevard County talking to teachers about why this is important.
With teacher contract negotiations at an impasse here in Brevard County, both union and district leaders say this was the next logical step. A third party now taking a look at the issue of teacher raises and could be a big influence on what happens next.
The parties worked very, very hard to reach an agreement.
That work now leading to today's impasse hearing before a magistrate. After a months-long teacher contract dispute, both the union and Brevard schools have dug their heels in on the issue of raises.
We just want a competitive, fair salary for what we do.
According to the district, their best and final offer is a $770 raise for teachers rated as highly effective, $540 for effective, and a one-time $1,000 bonus. Teachers saying, though, that's not enough.
When teachers receive bonuses, that doesn't affect their bottom line, which doesn't affect the pension.
Instead, the union is proposing a $2,300 raise for highly effective teachers and $1,725 for effective. But the district says the money isn't there, due in part to the state's new school safety mandate.
There just isn't the money to give teachers what they believe is a competitive salary increase.
Now the magistrate is taking a close look at both positions, although his decision is not binding. That could be ultimately up for a final vote by the school board. After today's hearing and once paperwork is filed, the magistrate will have 15 days to submit his final recommendation. Then both sides will have to decide whether or not they will accept it. Now, to emphasize their point, the teachers union will be holding another rally ahead of this evening's school board meeting. In Viera, Mark Lehman, Getting Results, News 6.
Moving now to the weather as we take a live look over downtown Orlando. Or is that paradise? I can't quite tell. It is a gorgeous day out there, and We're expecting more of the same throughout the day. Meteorologist Troy Bridges joins us now. That humidity will return eventually, though.
It will. Part of the reason we don't see any clouds out there, you guys, is that we do have that dry air still in place. But tomorrow, we begin to edge that humid air back in here. In fact, a little bit of that right now, making it feel 1 degree warmer. The actual temperature, 77, but it feels more like 78 degrees. Tomorrow, a little bit more humidity, but no rain until Friday. Most areas in the upper 70s, near 80 right now. We do make it up to 85 at 3 o'clock today with sunny skies and dry conditions. We'll talk about rain on the way, you guys, straight ahead.
All right, Troy, we'll see you then. Thank you. The Groveland Four could be commemorated in Lake County. Earlier this year, Governor Ron DeSantis pardoned the 4 African-American men 70 years after they were falsely accused of raping a 17-year-old white woman. Today, officials in the county are discussing a plan to build a monument-style plaque in their honor.
And News 6's Ezzy Castro has that story from the historic courthouse in Tavares.
Lake County commissioners right now are gathering to decide whether or not they will be approving a memorial for the Groveland Four. That memorial is set to be placed right here in front of the Lake County Historic Courthouse in Tavares. Now, these are some of the examples of what the plaques look like. And if approved, staff will begin seeking proposals for construction, which could cost up to $20,000. The monument would be placed in front of Lake County's Historic Courthouse, where the Groveland Four were falsely accused of raping a 17-year-old white woman 70 years ago. We spoke to Lake County Chairman Leslie Campion, who said this has been a long time in the making and has had the support from the community about the proposal.
The people that have contacted me about it, it's all been very positive, that we felt that it was a very good way to say that we're sorry that this happened. It's something that happened a long time ago. It's something we never want to have happen again.
Campion says they have been in contact with the victims' families about the monuments honoring their loved ones. The Groveland Four were Walter Irvin, Samuel Shepard, Charles Greenlee, and Ernest Thomas. Now, there's no exact date when the monument would be finished if approved, though Chairman Campion said that it would take a couple of months, and when it's all finished, they will have a special ceremony where the victims' families can also attend. In Tavares, Ezzy Castro, Getting Results, News 6.
Police are investigating 2 separate shootings that were minutes apart.
One person was shot and rushed to the hospital, and the first shooting happened around 10 o'clock last night along Palm Place, right off of Sanford Avenue, not far from the Orlando Sanford International Airport. Police say this was a drive-by shooting. Neighbors tell us they heard about 10 gunshots in all and saw a white car take off from the neighborhood. It's not clear if the victim is a man or a woman, but police said that they are not cooperating with the investigation at this point. Then a short time later, Sanford police responded to another call about shots fired on French Avenue, right behind the Slumberland Hotel. When we got to the scene, neighbors told us they heard about 6 to 10 shots there. No one was hurt in this shooting. So far, police don't think these 2 shootings are related, and there is no word if they're looking for any suspects at this time.
Also developing in Seminole County, dozens of people still out of their homes after a fire. Families are facing a deadline to grab everything they can and find somewhere else to stay. We brought you this story yesterday as breaking news. This happened at Regency Park Complex near Lake Mary. Firefighters say more than 50 people lived inside this building, and you can see the damage. It's devastating. Some homes have been destroyed. For others, they're trying to salvage what they can. The biggest concern for now, finding a long-term place to live after unexpectedly losing their homes. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
Well, in just hours, the Orlando Magic will have one more chance to beat the Toronto Raptors to stay in the series. Win or go home, as they say. The Magic lost the last 3 games, including 2 at home, after taking Game 1 in the first round of the NBA playoffs. It's not over yet, though. Game 5 tips off tonight at 7 o'clock in Toronto. If they win this one, they'll be playing Thursday at the Amway Center. And you can join fellow Magic fans downtown to watch tonight. The official Blue and White Ignite watch party starts at 6 o'clock at Wall Street Plaza. Go Magic. Next at noon, the Trump administration wants a question about citizenship on the next census.
Supreme Court justices now hearing the arguments for and against the measure today. Plus, ISIS claiming responsibility for the deadly Easter Sunday attacks in Sri Lanka. How the bombings may have been in retaliation.
And another earthquake in the Philippines shakes the skyline, sending pool water over the edge of this high-rise. An update from that scene. You're watching News 6 at noon, Getting Results. We'll be right back.
This portion of the news is sponsored by the Florida Lottery.
Developing right now, take a look at this. The U.S. Geological Survey says a magnitude 6.3 earthquake hit the central Philippines just a day after a 6.1 quake hit the country's northern region, killing at least 11 people. You can see water cascading off a penthouse swimming pool. That quake damaged buildings and an airport in the northern Philippines. The death toll is now standing at 11, with more people missing.
Also developing, the Islamic State group has released a photo of the man the Sri Lankan government identified as the leader of the Easter Sunday attacks, claiming responsibility for the attack, which killed more than 320 people.
And 321 people were killed and 500 were injured. CBS's Ian Lee is in London with new surveillance video that appears to show one of those bombers.
Sri Lankan local media says this security camera video shows one of the suicide bombers approaching St. Sebastian Church, then walking between the pews. That's where authorities say he detonated a bomb, killing himself and more than 100 others. 5 other nearly simultaneous bombings left a wake of death and destruction in Sri Lanka on Easter Sunday. The government believes 2 domestic Islamist groups are responsible. So far, about 40 people have been arrested in connection with the attacks. But the prime minister warned there may be more militants with explosives at large. He also says Sri Lanka's security officials had been warned about the attacks from foreign intelligence services, and the information was not shared with his office.
What has happened is a breakdown of communication. Some will have to be removed from their posts.
Today, the country is in mourning, stores closed, and white banners flying as a mark of respect. Sri Lankans observed 3 minutes of silence for the victims, then got back to burying the dead. In Negombo, an entire new graveyard had to be dug as there were so many victims. 4 Americans are among the dead, including 40-year-old Dieter Kowalski of Denver and 5th grader Kieran Shafritz de Zoyza. De Zoyza attended Sidwell Friends School in Washington, where the children of several presidents have attended. His father spoke to him on the phone just before the attacks.
Kieran was the most articulate and insightful and kind and loving kid. They have no idea what they took.
The U.S. State Department says several other Americans are seriously injured. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
Today, Supreme Court justices will hear arguments about whether a question about U.S. citizenship should appear on the 2020 census. The Trump administration says the question will help the Justice Department enforce the Voting Rights Act. Critics, though, say the question will deter undocumented immigrants from responding to the census, which could impact the distribution of billions of dollars in federal funding.
Let's move back to the weather. Another live look over downtown Orlando. A great day to get outside, soak up this beautiful weather. It's our 4th day of beautiful weather.
Oh, yeah.
All brought to us by that front that moved through.
Yeah,
and it was a wicked day on Friday.
Friday was rough, but this is the payoff. We get to enjoy some nice weather. Now, you did see a couple of fair weather cumulus clouds developing, and that's an indication of a little bit more of that humid air trying to work in. Still a gorgeous day, not quite as perfect as yesterday, and each of the next few days, we're going to add a little bit more moisture in the atmosphere, and that's why it will feel a little bit more humid each day. Also, we're adding to the temperature. Today, getting up to 85. The average high is 84. Tomorrow, 88, and then 90 on Thursday, but dry through Thursday. That's the good news. When I talk about the moisture, I'm talking about the humid air, not the rain. And we are going to have a few days because of that heat that we're going to want to go to the beach, right? So why not show it? Here's a live view of Daytona Beach right now, looking gorgeous. Doesn't that water look inviting here at the lunch hour? Temperatures for the water in the upper 70s, getting closer to 80 degrees. The air temperature right now in Daytona Beach, close to the water temperature, 79 degrees, feeling more like 80 degrees because of a little bit more humidity rolling into the picture here. As we show you the entire region of Central Florida, you can see those temperatures up in the upper 70s, 77 in Orlando, at 78 right now in Sanford, 77 in Ocala, 79 as I showed you in Daytona Beach, as well as Palm Coast, and at 78 in Melbourne. But again, add a couple of degrees to these temperatures, and that's what it feels like. But here's a look at the Pinpoint Accurate Forecast.
Your forecast brought to you by Del Air Heating and Air Conditioning.
Notice the sky, much like we're seeing now, mostly sunny skies. A few of those fair weather cumulus clouds getting up to 85 degrees at 3 o'clock today. We're still at 81 by 6 this evening. What about your evening plans? Mostly clear skies, but a few clouds rolling in here and there. We're at 73 at 9 o'clock, and then by 11, we're at 66 degrees. Once again, early in the morning tomorrow, dropping into the 50s. I'll show you that, but here's the clouds and rain forecast, the model data showing you the future radar. A few of those clouds where you see the white out to sea will try to build in, but for the most part, we're going to see a lot of sunshine through the afternoon, and again, mostly clear skies tonight. So without a lot of clouds in place overnight to act as a blanket, the warmth that we accumulate through the day escapes into the atmosphere and temperatures get chilly once again. So 58 in the Villages early tomorrow morning, dropping to 56 in Ocala, 60 in Leesburg, 59 in Orlando, and 58 in Daytona Beach. A little milder for Melbourne in southern Brevard County at 64. So you may want a light jacket heading out the door early tomorrow. But let's get results with your 7-day forecast. And as we do, again, we are dry as we head into the next several days. Rain chances do return on Friday to 60%. But look at the weekend, not a washout, a 30% chance for rain and 20% rain chances on Sunday with highs back in the mid 80s. So a little wet for Friday afternoon, even a few thunderstorms. We'll watch that forecast closely. Back to you guys.
All right, Troy, you're so good at your job. So, you know, but if you're looking for something else maybe to tickle your fancy here.
No.
The hit reality show Survivor looking for its next group of contestants. A casting call will be held this Sunday at Victory Casino Cruises in Cape Canaveral for anyone who thinks they have what it takes to outwit, outplay, and outlast. Find all the forms and rules on clickorlando.com. It's always a great day to get out there. On Sunday, April 28th, we have put the link on the homepage. Coming up next at noon, training off our coast, all ahead of a manned space flights.
Yes, the reason the training is being done right now ahead of a test flight this summer.
And here's what's coming up all new at 5.
I'm News 6 investigator Mike DeForest. These two former daycare workers are accused of molesting kids. Tonight, News 6 reveals who has been paying big bucks trying to keep them out of prison.
They finally figured that if this case goes well for you, it helps their case in the end.
We expose what happens after young victims make chilling allegations, coming up tonight at 5.
Can fly.
Right now, a company planning to take astronauts into orbit soon is performing some critical training right off our coast.
And this is really cool training. Boeing, NASA, and the 45th Space Wing are practicing the way they'll safely recover astronauts from the Starliner spacecraft. Boeing is getting ready for a test flight in August, and the training is being done in case of an emergency during liftoff, so obviously very important. Meantime, we're still waiting for any kind of answers from SpaceX about the mishap with their crew capsule over the weekend. The company will only say there was a, quote, anomaly. NASA originally agreed to talk with us yesterday about what happened, but then they canceled the interview.
Right now, drivers along a stretch of I-4 in Seminole County are dealing with another change because of the I-4 Ultimate project expanding the interstate, along with new permanent lanes opening between Central Parkway and State Road 434. Eastbound drivers will also have to exit about a quarter mile sooner to get off at 434. Workers spent the overnight hours finishing up work on that new route. FDOT says the entire $2.3 billion project is still expected to be finished in 2021. Next at noon, a photobomb going viral because the animals are imitating us humans.
Yeah, the man in the photo has a special bond with the two gorillas featured. The reason they may have been comfortable enough to photobomb his selfie. Well, take a look at this. Animals imitating human behavior caught in a photobomb that's now gone viral. Just awesome. The selfie at a park in the Democratic Republic of Congo shows a pair of gorillas mimicking the park ranger posing behind him. The one on the left standing proud with that belly out.
Yeah,
while the
that
one on the
belly's
right
out.
sneaks on in. The ranger rescued these babies, so he of course knows them so well.
That is too cute.
Look, we have some friends.
We have our news crew from Dream Lake Elementary School here.
Yes.
They've had so much fun, right?
See, I'm taking selfies with you guys.
Did you learn a lot about weather?
Yes.
You did? That was